Hey golfers, Erica Larkin back with your weekly video tips. Now we're talking about slices today. I've got a couple key points I need to start with. Number one, the golf swing is round. And two, it's a side-on game, which means that the golf swing is not linear. It does not work in a straight line, nor does the face continue to point to the target forever and ever. So if you're a slicer, a lot of times I think subconsciously people see the ball going off to the side, in this case it'd be to the right as a right-handed golfer, and they try to keep the face more straight thinking that's going to correct the slice. Unfortunately, the face is open to the circle. If we try and follow a straight path, what's happening is the face is actually rolling back as I do that move. That's only going to make it worse. So what does square really mean to a side-on game where the swing is happening in a circle around us? It means, think about the geometry, that the club face is square to the circle when it is perpendicular to that path line working around us. So really, right here in front of me, if I just stand up straight, that's a square face to me. And as I turn and move this club in an arc circle around me, that's also a square face. That's not a square face, that's closed, and that would be open. So it looks like right at this moment that the club face is pointing left, but it's not. It's actually square to me. It's square to the circle. So you have to let the club ride that circle and use the geometry to help you. If you overcook it and you actually twist the face close to the circle, of course you're going to get a ball that goes left. But a ball that goes straight in golf is one where the face is square to the path and the path is round. That ball went nice and straight, and I let the face follow the circle and release around my body. So let's not think in lines. Let's not think linear. Let's not try to hold the face square to the circle. Let's let it move around us in space. So let's see too, if on the way through, if your intention was to hold this straight, how the arms are actually separating away from the body. I've seen this happen a lot. It actually ends up making golfers push slice the ball sometimes. Or if they learn to close the face from this position, then they get a wicked hook. So that doesn't work either. The radius of your circle is established at setup, and ultimately when we come back through impact in a more dynamic position here, hopefully that radius is basically the same. If the radius is growing through impact and my arms are rising away from my body in an effort to keep the club moving on this straight line down to the target, it's just not going to work. So what I would encourage you to do is visualize the circle and take some practice swings up here around yourself, and then take some practice swings a little bit lower around yourself, and see what your hands and wrists are doing, because when you get down closer to the ball, it's not that anything's really changing. You're still working the arms around the axis of the spine, but we're allowing those hands and forearms to just gently move with us and roll and not manipulate to try to force something else to happen that doesn't really match the geometry. Now here's the other big idea I have for you if you're a slicer. Don't try to correct your slice with body language. Don't get that back shoulder high and coming around to try to steer the ball back away from the right side of the golf course. That's not going to help. All that's going to happen is if you make that motion, you're going to end up with the reverse miss. You're going to end up with a low left shot, or if you by chance still have the face open with that body language, it's going to make the slice way worse, okay? What happens is if your spine starts here, but at impact it ends up here, you've changed the axis tilt of that spine. You're really messing with the geometry again. So we want to stay here and work around that axis, which means the right shoulder is working down and under through impact and not up and across. I think that's the key point that I wanted you to see here. So if I do it correctly here, I'm going to keep my shoulder working down under. There's a nice high launch. The ball flew nice and straight. I didn't get the snap hook, nor did the ball slice. So that is more the body language I want you to work towards, if any, is that the body is unwinding around the axis that we started, and the hands are free to follow that. So let your arms go for a swing. If you want more ideas on how to cultivate your true swing, unlock these body movements, make it more natural, and really unleash the power and consistency that you've been looking for, check out my book, check out my website, my videos. I've got a lot of stuff that is available for you to use as a resource for drills, for ideas and concepts that talks more about the way that you can use momentum and use your core body motion to facilitate a really natural swing. And that is very exciting because then good things happen. Sometimes less is more. We want effortless power, not powerful effort. And when you see all these manipulative moves, you know that you're working way too hard for probably not much output. So please comment and leave your questions below. Like and subscribe, and I've got a link down in the description for the book and videos. Thanks so much for watching. Please share this if you think you've got a friend that's slicing it that could use some help, because I know I can help them if they can just see this video. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.